Alright, Trucker Todd here. Time for another video. In today's video, we'll be discussing the Nexar HaloCam, which you can get on Amazon for around $50. And we'll also be talking what I just bought, the Cobra Drive HD dash camera with iRadar. And what I'm going to do is unbox it, talk about it, and then I'll try it for a couple of days and edit it all together where you can see the whole thing all at once, the unboxing, how I like it and everything. So stay tuned, here we go. And we're back. I've been using this HaloCam, Nexar HaloCam, for probably close to a year, and I'm very disappointed in it. The number one thing I'm disappointed with it in is they lead you to believe that you can not record in-cab sound, but in actuality, because it's saving it on the SD card, it's recording you even when you have the audio turned off. Well, why do I care if they're recording audio? Am I doing anything in the truck that I don't want recorded? No, but for litigious reasons, that's why. There is absolutely not one single time any of you can tell me where recording any in-cab video audio will benefit you. For example, if you are caught singing on the radio and you have an accident, they're gonna say that you were distracted by the music. If you're caught on the telephone call, even if you're doing voice to text for a text message, they're gonna say you're distracted driving. If you are to yawn or sneeze or anything like that, they could say that that was part of the reason for your crash. There's absolutely no instance where in-cab audio ever benefits the driver. And so for that reason, I don't want in-cab audio recorded. Now, a dash cam, that's a different deal. Somebody cuts you off, somebody pulls in front of you, hits their brakes real quick. A dash cam can benefit you in many situations. I had a situation, I've told this story before I think, where I was in New Mexico, and truck cop pulled me over, said I was swerving, running cars off the road. I said, well, I've got a dash cam in here, I guess we'll go to court. His whole attitude changed then. Oh, well, I've decided I'm going to write you a warning on everything. I said, no, if you think I was doing those things, write me a ticket. I said, I'll make you look foolish in front of the judge. And he would not do it. He gave me a level 3, I passed it perfectly. Then he gave me a level 1 and I passed it perfectly, and it made him mad. So he's like, well, I'm just going to write you warnings so I won't inconvenience you. I said, no, I'm on a dedicated deal. I was with a different company at the time. I said, inconvenience me, write me a ticket. I said, let's go to court on this. I said, I'll show you the video if you want to see it. And he would not do it. He ended up writing me warnings. And so these dash cams can be to your advantage. And I would encourage everybody to get one. When they first come out, they were expensive. Now they're pretty cheap. I bought one of the nicer ones. I think it's $169. They had one step above it that was $179 here at the truck stop. I'm sure if you go to Best Buy or get on Amazon, you can get them cheaper. And I'm going to try this one for a few days. If I don't like it, I'm going to return it and probably get the Garmin and see how I like it. Let's unbox this thing real quick, see what we're looking at, and then we will. I've already cut the tape. I wish I had fingernails. They have made it people proof. There we go. Finally got it open. I try not to rip the box. I'm weird about those things. I like to keep the box nice. If something happened and I didn't need it for a while, I would like to be able to put it back in the box for storage. So when you first open it up, first thing you'll see, the camera's in a little deal like this. You pull it out. Well, maybe. You try to pull it out. There we go. It's got the screen on the back. That's a protective tape on it there. And you see your buttons, your control buttons. There's where the micro SD card goes, and there's a slot for GPS. I'm sure that's some kind of cooling vent system. And then over here is where your USB and your HDMI plug is. There's your power button on the corner. So we'll set that aside, look at that here in just a second. Let's see what else comes in the box. All right. Inside, there's the cord, another cord, here's the quick start guide. I'll be reading that because I literally know very little about this GPS. Here's the cigarette lighter plug. And then it comes with a 32 gig SD card. I thought it came with an 8 gig SD card. So 32 is really good. I'm excited to see that. That should give me several hours of recording. And from what I understand, it loop records. And then the windshield mount. So I'm gonna get this installed. I'm gonna use it for a couple of days. And then I'm gonna make a video and tell you what I think about it. And I will combine this all into one video so that you can see it all at once. Thanks again for watching, and stay tuned. Right now should be after I've used it for a few days. Alrighty, since the first two sections of this video you saw, it's been about 2 weeks. I realized when I was going back and watching and editing and putting this video together that I had forgot to mention a few things. The Nexar that I'm referring to, spelled N-E-X-A-R, is a HaloCam. They now have an inward facing camera. If you guys want that, you know how I feel about that. They're available on Amazon. You can go to getnexar.com, I believe it's the website, and pick them up there. If you just Google Nexar, N-E-X-A-R, you'll find those. This Cobra dash cam that I got, we believe it to be a model number 2308. There's been some confusion there, and I'll explain that in the rest of this video too. Before we go any further, I want to remind you guys, make sure that you're still subscribed to the channel. Make sure and give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. Look in the description for my email address. Feel free to send me an email. There's also a link there if you'd like to know more about going to work at Roadrunner. But a lot has happened during this 2 weeks since I filmed the first part of this video, and I'm going to have a couple of really good ones coming up next, so you want to make sure and not miss those. Let's jump right in and finish this video off. That HaloCam, the Nexar, does a lot of things really good. My biggest problem is that it records audio when they lead you to believe that you're turning that off, and B, it does use a lot of data. It does use a lot of storage on your phone. What it does, it saves it on your phone, and then there's an SD card in the camera, and then when you're on Wi-Fi, it uploads it to a cloud, and you have unlimited storage on that cloud. In my opinion, the Nexar takes better night video, and it does work better overall, I believe. I just have a big problem with not being able to turn off the audio recording inside the cab. Now let's talk about this Cobra. I believe it's model number 2308. The reason there's some confusion, I actually read the owner's manual, and mine has the blue button, and it said if it had the blue button, what model number it was. But I have some features that mine says it shouldn't have, so I don't know if it's mispackaged or what. What I'll say overall about this Cobra camera is it does a lot of things okay. It doesn't really do anything great. And it has on the box it says an 8 gig SD card. It actually came with a 32 gig, and the video's okay. Video's not great. It doesn't upload to a cloud or anything. What it does is it loop records up to 10-minute increments on an SD card, and then when it gets full, it deletes the oldest video, which works pretty good. It has it's not supposed to have, but it does have a lane keeping thing on there where it'll beep at you if you get out of your lane. We never could get that to work correctly. We adjusted the camera and it still said that we were out of our lane when we were in our lane, and it would beep all the time. I ended up turning that feature off. It also works with the iRadar app, which is a Cobra thing. Basically uses crowdsourcing, and the way it works is if I see a cop, I can click a button, and then if you're driving through there, it will tell you, hey, a cop was reported in this area. Works great if in theory, if a lot of people were using it, but being that Cobra hasn't really taken off in several years. I used to have a Cobra GPS that was great, but they don't offer anything like that anymore. They do have some radars, which are radar detectors, which are illegal to use in a commercial vehicle in every place I know of. And so this camera's okay. I'm going to keep using it. The screen on it's really, really small. I mounted it at the top of my windshield in the center. I wish I had mounted it down low right in front of my dash so that I could access those buttons for like emergency recording and things like that. At the time I bought it, I think I gave $169 for it. I just noticed here at the Pilot in New Mexico, exit 39, Jamestown, they had them for $109. I do think at the $109 price point, it is a pretty good deal. The Nexar, when I bought it, was around 50 bucks. I don't think that this Cobra is twice as good by any means. So if you can live with in-cab recording, I would probably recommend the Nexar. If that bothers you like it bothers me, then the Cobra might or might not be for you, based on how you intend to use it. But I'm going to keep this kind of short. I want to thank everybody for coming in. The next video, I'm going to try to show you, I've got a lot of editing to do. I'm going to try to show you guys what I accidentally bought on an online auction. And so there's a lot of editing because it turned out to be a chaotic event and I didn't get actual footage at the time. So I'm trying to get auction photos to show you guys, and photos from my vehicles as well, and put a video together for you guys. But thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.